Hello, everyone. As we head into Thursday's holiday shortened session ahead of the 4th of July weekend, I hope everybody has a great weekend. There will be no video made following Thursday's market session. I will make a weekend video probably going over some data, but you never know. I could take the whole weekend off. Bottom line is that the market actually pulled back today in the Russell 2000, and in my opinion, everything about it was completely healthy. The Russell 2000 yesterday opened at 1196.23, and we closed at 1199.50. I think that's fantastic that we didn't erase the gap up open with our selling today. And one of the better things that I saw is the big end of day intraday candle, the final 1 minute. What an explosive close at the end for the Russell 2000 to come off those lows. So overall, I was impressed, I guess you could say, with the session. IWM fared a little bit worse, but like I said, the move off the lows on the huge price move, which doesn't appear that big on the candle, and makes me now wonder if my intraday data is correct, because I was using the free stockcharts.com data and not my interactive brokers data, so we'll see if that's correct. But the last minute overall was even great, and that was the case in the Nasdaq. And the New York Stock Exchange, so it was very good to see. And you see the Nasdaq was only down 0.02%, extremely tight intraday range, low volume, very typical ahead of a holiday. New York Stock Exchange, same thing, very tight price range, ending slightly up, volume below average. S&P 500 adding 0.07%, slightly up, volume well below average. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 0.12% on well below average volume. Overall, the market's very healthy. And once again today, we had more strong action. Jazz produced a pocket pivot point signal. Noah made a move off the lows. FCFS, First Cash Financial, is building a right side of a cup pattern. Solar City continues to build a right side of a cup pattern. Where's my handle? I'm looking for it now. BBSI came up off the lows in its long base. We had Rail put in a pocket pivot point signal as it attempts to come through the 50-day moving average. Gas makes a nice move off the 250-day moving average. UPS, if you're looking for bigger cap stocks, pocket pivot point signal as it attempts to break out of a cup with handle pattern as it rounds out off the 50-day moving average. Then you have WLP, WellPoint Incorporated, breaking out to a new high. Pocket pivot point signal, another big cap stock. So once again, we just have strong action out there. Shutterfly also, big move. Yelp starting to make a right side too. Had a bad close off the session highs, but we'll see if that's just a one-day event. But overall, our market looks really good. I had no sells. If you want to go ahead and take more of AAL off, you can. However, intraday, support held. The early morning lows held later in the day in the final 2 hours for AAL, and it rallied off the lows on very strong volume. DAL, after hitting its lows intraday, held support and rallied off the lows. Same with Love. So for me, AAL, there will be no sell in AAL. I'll go ahead and use the 50-day moving average as my next sell area, or another heavier volume follow through if it doesn't close below the 50-day moving average but confirms the 20-day moving average sell signal. Then we'll go over to sell some. But for now, no sells. That was the most dangerous one. There are no others even close in our long positions. Have about 50 total in my accounts. And I'm fully invested. There's nothing I can do. However, I do have a little bit of cash, and by a little bit, I mean a little bit. It's under 0.5%. So I do have a new long position, very speculative, extremely speculative. And since I have very little cash, I figured, why do a UPS, which would probably, whatever. Why do a WLP or a UPS where I can get small games with a little bit of money, or I can go and try to get a big beta winner with a little bit of money, basically like having an options contract on stock securities play. So STV with China being hot right now. Yen also today gapping up and making a new closing high for the month. Very strong action. So whenever I see that combined with STV, it just makes me want to go ahead and get long. Very, very quiet high handle, very quiet volume with accumulation in the middle of that handle. Not really accumulation, but a strong volume surge middle of the handle. Since we are closing above that high, which I wasn't sure if this would be a reversal or not, of 478, It's a long signal STV, had a solid intraday close, so everything looks good. I'm looking for a runner here. It's not safe, so if you have more than 2% of your capital, don't risk more than that. This is about a 1-2% position. It's up 9%. If this was 1999, when everything's just blowing higher after giving a signal like this, I say go for it. If this is 2003, especially after a 2-year downtrend and we have all these amazing stocks doing well, I say go for it. But still, we're pretty extended here overall in the terms of a stock market rally off the 2008 lows. There's nothing fresh about this. 1999 was getting blow-offy, and we might go blow off here, which would mean, yeah, push it for STV. But first, we need confirmation that these signals want to work, and I got to remind you guys of ZBB, got to remind you of iCloud, and even though MVIS is working, hasn't been a smooth ride. So until this stuff becomes smooth, can't do 1 or 2%. You can't do more than 1 or 2%. It's just too risky. All right, everyone. Have a great upcoming 4th of July weekend. Aloha.